to town here the other day. It's a town called Benue, and I did about 185 kilometers. Rolled in at 12:30 at night, and both my front light and my rear light died. So whenever there was a car coming, I'd have to stop and pull over on the side of the road, wait for the car to pass, and then I could continue. So it took forever, those last like 15 kilometers. But yeah, Benue is just a typical desert town. There isn't really much to write home about. The weird quirk with these desert towns is that if you look, all these stores are empty. There's not really anything going on right now, and it's the middle of the day. Everything's closed. The obvious reason, which wasn't too obvious to me at the time, was that it's just too dang hot during the day. This is the town center, and it's pretty darn quiet. Not even the ice cream shop's open right now, which is like the majority of the reason why I came out here. If you come by here at midnight, 1:30 in the morning, everything's open. Everybody's walking around. It's pretty bizarre. So for the 0 people that are interested in pizza in Kazakhstan, basically what they do is they take ketchup and mayonnaise and they mix those together to make the sauce, and then they just sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top with some tomato. And that's a pizza in Kazakhstan. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do any more 185 kilometer days for a while. This is the main route to Uzbekistan from this region of Kazakhstan. And I'm not going to say main road because there's all these different roads that you can choose from, and you just got to pick the least sandy one. I really should have gotten wider tires. That was like a big mistake. I thought 45 would be enough, but I should have gotten 55 millimeters at least. And all these cars are driving around me thinking I'm such an idiot because like, they're not wrong. I'm like riding for an eternity on this crazy dirt road, and then I see a car just blaze past me, and I look and there's this giant blacktop here that I could totally ride on. And I've been just like grinding my taint on this dirt road the whole time. But I'm really confused because everybody's driving on this really crappy dirt road. Nobody's driving on this road except for that one car that I saw. I don't know, I'm gonna hop on it and see if I can take it for a while, because this is gonna take me an eternity. Even just 60 kilometers would take me all day on this road. I'm not coming over because we're not allowed to be on this road yet. They made all those dirt barricades in the middle of the road, and now there's this work equipment here still, so maybe I'm breaking the law, I don't know. It's worth it. Oh, fuck, the road ends. This road eventually dissipates and the original road ends up being the better alternative. Okay, this is way better. What a relief. I was honestly getting pretty worried there for a minute. All right, that's the Uzbekistan-Kazakhstan border right there. I'm hoping the roads don't get significantly worse after I cross the border. So far the roads are kind of like that mixture of like paved yet not paved. Like they were paved 50 years ago but haven't been kept up with yet, which is totally fine. I mean, I have the proper bike for this, and this is what I was expecting. I was actually expecting a little bit worse after seeing how really crappy those roads were right after Benue. Well, the border patrol people were fine, but it's just all the people after the border. I thought it'd be nice to have a beer right after the border and just get freaking swarmed by people trying to exchange money with me with ridiculously low rates. People trying to sell me SIM cards and cologne, and it's not the place I wanted to just whip out a $450 GoPro and start filming. That's how it always is at the borders. I don't know why I keep thinking I can just have a nice beer at the end of a border. This one guy tried to exchange the Kazakhstan money with Uzbekistan money with me, and he was trying to give me half as much as I was supposed to be getting, so good thing I wouldn't counted all the money. I look really young and people think I'm super naive, and I am naive a lot of the time, but I don't know, they have no subtlety out here with the scams. I kind of miss Georgia. This is like my 80th nosebleed this week. So I think I'm like 20 kilometers from the border. There's a little village a ways over there, but I decided to just kind of camp on the outside of it. So I'm just eating my classic buckwheat and ramen. So usually what I do is I cook the buckwheat with the seasoning packets from the ramen. And then a few minutes before the buckwheat's done, I turn the heat off and then I pour all the water and buckwheat into the ramen, and then it cooks together. I don't like these styrofoam bowls. I usually just buy the normal ones in the plastic package, but this is all the store had. The conversion rate here is pretty wacky. In Georgia, it was like $1 equals 7.5 lari. That wasn't too bad to figure out. Azerbaijan, you pretty much just cut everything in half. So if it's $10 manat, then it's about $5 US. Then it got a little weird in Kazakhstan. $1 is like 379 tengi, I think they call it. And then you get out here and man, $1 US is $8,383. Like how do you like just do that quickly in your head when you're trying to make a transaction or check the price on something? But that's gonna take some getting used to. I'm just throwing my iPhone on the freaking ground. Oh fuck, I'm getting another nosebleed. No! Fuck. Alright, it's 6:15 in the morning and I've almost consumed an entire bar of chocolate. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going today or how far I'm going because the Uzbekistan roads are just really unpredictable. Sometimes it's like kind of paved, other times it's definitely not paved. Sometimes you just have that thick sand that you have to push your bike through because you didn't buy thick enough tires for some reason. So yeah, I have no idea where I'm going today. I usually don't really know too well, but these roads are unpredictable, so I don't know. I'm just making some coffee now. I have to be really conscious of my gasoline consumption because gas is basically like illegal out here. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Look it up. So basically, if you want to buy gasoline, you have to buy it on the black market. And the people that sell it usually throw in a bunch of like sand and other additives to kind of fill it out. And I don't really want that touching my stove, so I'm just gonna have to for 30 days try to use as little gas as possible until I get to Tajikistan. I say as I'm wasting a bunch of gas right now, I should have brought my water here. These semi-trucks were just a dot on the horizon, but I've caught up with them now since they have to go so slow since these roads are so underdeveloped. Later! Uzbekistan is definitely a lot worse off than Kazakhstan, and Kazakhstan wasn't that bountiful to begin with. At least in Kazakhstan, you could roll into any little village and at least find someone selling something. Out here, I've been in this village for the past 20 minutes. Извините, магазин здесь? Да. Да? Сколько? Где?
С этим дорогам? Да.
Ага.
Ну курс?
Yeah.
145 километров.
105. Окей. Да, это близко. Думаю.
Града.
Да.
Асфальтом, да, асфальт.
Я не понимаю.
Дорога у тебя какая? Грунтовая или асфальт?
Я не понимаю. Okay, so that old man told me to wait here for 5 minutes because he had to go grab something, and I think he's bringing me a camel. Как его зовут?
Бербелют.
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 Здравствуйте, Бербалут.
В ту сторону. Ты сам тоже снимайся.
Как?
Ты тоже стой.
Ага.
Вот так, себе.
да, я.
Себе показывай.
Yeah, this is Harry and Glaubert, and I've been cycling with them for a few days, and I've been able to speak English, and it's been awesome. I've been talking too much, I think.
Only been one day.
Speaking.
Fuck, it's only been one day.
Well, one night.
You've been a font of English.
Yeah, but it's felt like a lifetime.
Font of English.
Yeah, we camped together and cycled like a buttload, and then found this guy who gave us a place to stay, but for free. But then the catch was that we had to wake up at 6, or we had to leave at 6. So now we're gonna just cycle 15 kilometers to Nukis and then shower, and then I don't know. I haven't been filming a lot about this because I don't have any memory left. I think I have 5 minutes left. Okay, bye. It's about 850,000 some. Whoa!